Well, that was nice.
Hey
Two of
guys.
my intros started at the same time, and I didn't really get the other intro up, so I apologize for that. We're gonna act under the Fair Use Act, though. That's what I was on the other intro. Um, I hope y'all are doing good tonight. We are in South Alabama right now. We moved from -8 degrees up in Tennessee to 72 today
I think it was
in
74.
74 in Gulf Shores today. So we all had our some we're doing doctor's appointments, as some of y'all know if you watch our other channel. And I want to remind y'all, if y'all haven't visited our RV channel, go over and visit it. I think Beach Bums will put up the link for you.
I think she already has.
Already has, but we did our last video was called On the Road, and it featured about 10 of my son's songs of him singing that he wrote and singing on there. And that's not all of them. He wrote about 300 or something, but this is just about 10, 8 or 9, 10 songs that he gave me permission to put up, and you can listen to him sing and also get an idea of the of his voice and everything. Um, Hello, T.S. Jackson. How are you? Hope you're doing
She
good.
said, "Hey y'all."
Hey, y'all. And go over and listen to that. If it's about we just basically did a thing. Us driving down the road, headed down to Greenville, where we stayed the night at a Cracker Barrel, and we played these songs on the way down. So I mainly did it because we need build up our watch hours. It's Our watch hours are suffering badly, and we can't get monetized because of that. Well, anyway, I want to talk about a few people tonight, and we're also going to talk about the missing RV'er that was kind of really touched home to us because and then we're going to talk about some ways to prevent being missing. I guess you would say, but I want to talk about a few people before we get into her that's missing. It's a she actually, and this girl is missing here. Um, let's see, this is 50-year-old American Indian. She's 5'3", 130 pounds. Missing out of where did I say Wisconsin, right? But anyway, it tells a little bit about her and some actually the town she's missing from, where it says maybe in
Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac County. That's up there near Door County, up there where I believe where we visited. That county's familiar. Where anyway, um, what am I doing here? Okay, hold on one second. Um, Also, this is talks about a missing person. We'll discuss here in a second. This is a thing that
This was
crazy thing that happened. I cannot believe that two professional people, news broadcasters, would leave their kids inside a hotel room while they went out to eat dinner
for 2 hours. A
2
2-year-old and a 5-month-old.
Right now, they left in, and in the meantime, the husband had a fatal heart attack and died. But that's crazy. I think they ended up arresting
They did.
the mother for it. But you have a sorry, our dog's making that noise. You have two professional people that did this after that McCants girl went missing overseas in Europe, and you think, I mean, who does this kind of thing? It said ABC producer Dax, is that Tahara and his wife and their youngest daughters are alone for at least 2 hours, and he suffered a heart attack as the couple enjoyed dinner. And this is the Daily Mail that's reporting this. The couple left their children, ages 5 and 2 years old, in a hotel room and at the exclusive Yale Club in Midtown Manhattan. And just because it's exclusive doesn't mean a thing. Anything could have happened to those kids. They could have had a medical emergency, could have got something hung in their throat, they could have been kidnapped, they could have set fire to something. It's just stupid. That's just parents absolutely being stupid. That's all it is. 2 days, 2 days before, while they dined at a nearby restaurant, the man, 37, suffered a fatal heart attack while at dinner and was taken to, I guess it's Bellevue Hospital. Victoria, 33, traveled in the ambulance with her husband while the couple's friends went to Yale Yacht Club to collect the children. Well, that's at least nice of them. But staff called police around 11 p.m. after they discovered the children had been left unattended for at least 2 hours while the couple enjoyed dinner. Victoria was arrested by the New York City Police Department around 12:20 a.m. on charges with 2 counts of acting in a manner injurious to a child. I guess this mostly would be a child neglect, is what we would call it in Alabama. Where was the children who were unharmed were left with their grandmother. They should have, I think, put them in.
If you didn't do the whole article,
I did. I think if you will let me go back.
Sorry.
Victoria was released in custody shortly after 4 a.m. and that comes with that bail policy. Her representation, who is handling the inquiries about the police incident, or let's call it what it is, it's not a police incident, it's basically child neglect, has been approached for comment. Police previously said the children were left alone inside the motel room for an extended period of time. Where am I here? Let's see. Victoria is senior producer at the Washington Post and insisted the couple had 2 cameras trained on the children as they slept. Big deal. But admitted it was poor decision to leave them alone. Victoria said, "My family and I are devastated by Dak's southern passing. He has been left behind a heartbroken family and 2 daughters who loved him." When Dax collapsed on December the 23rd, she accompanied with him to in the ambulance to the hospital and asked both a close friend and my parents to rush to my children's hotel room and attend to them as I monitored them on the camera. The simple fact that she had them on camera, was at least halfway good, but you still don't leave your kids in there. If they would have been choking or anything else,
the place
it
caught
would
on
have been
fire.
caught on fire or taken. She couldn't have no way possibly got over there and saved them.
Yeah, Lori Ann, I'm with you. I never left my kids in the hotel room to go get a bucket of ice.
Right. It's just very, very mixed up, sad story for sure. This is the actual
okay, what I was
kids,
yeah,
the mother and him, and the thing is, he was fairly young too.
They've already set up a GoFundMe page for the kids to have college fund. The mother did.
That's kind of odd.
I know.
I mean, you know what I mean? Very odd to me. This one also comes to a missing person here. This is William Robinson the fourth. Yeah, black male, 6'1", 150, shaved. This comes out of missing from Atlanta, Georgia, in 10/19 of 2021, and last seen at his residence around 5 a.m. on Tuesday, October the 19th of 2021. He had mental health issues and had some type of mental breakdown. According to his family, he's suicidal. And wait a minute, I can't, hold on one second. I'm some reason I can't read that. Can you read that bottom part? I
Suffering from mental health breakdown, and according to the family, a suicide note was left.
Okay, well that's not good. It's not good.
Beach Bum said, does it say where in Atlanta? Where
No,
exactly?
I don't think it does there.
Mm-mm.
And this lady here, she
They
went.
found her.
Oh, did they? Well, that's not what I got
I could have.
here.
Well, I thought they said they found.
August
Yeah, what they've done
2020.
is they've arrested her husband and another person. I think it was.
But I don't think they found him right here.
Okay, that's fine.
If someone knows the information, please contact the Florence Police Department. But I think someone's admitted to, or they think they've got the person involved in her disappearance, but um, they haven't found her yet.
Okay.
What it amounts to. Also, we have a young girl here, and her vehicle is missing. 16-year-old went
She
missing
does
a
not look
couple days
16.
ago in Anchorage, Alaska. A missing person report has been. She has last been seen leaving her grandmother's house, or grandma's house, I think it is, in a 2019 gray Mitsubishi Outlander with temporary tags. She left for work but never showed up. I know it says I got friends that live everywhere, including Alaska. If you do, she is very, very pretty girl. The problem in Alaska is that the area is so remote that I've had a friend that lived there, and he said you drive 25 miles out of town and you're in the complete wilderness. So that's a very, very bad situations. Let's see here if this is the same one. I copied a couple here. Um, I'm not sure if this is allowed here. It says, but I'm desperate. My granddaughter has been missing since yesterday morning, 12:28 at 9 a.m. from the Independence Park. One of my cars is missing too. Police have been notified. I may currently be around the Jewel Lake and 88th areas. No plates. Uh, Still has dealer tags from South Anchorage Chevrolet. I think this is the last one we were talking about. We're talking about there. Car has a hitch and a crack in the rim around the driver's side fog light. So, there's been a ton of people missing from Alaska, and we can just hope and pray that she is found okay.
Come here.
All right, last one, and we'll cover the RV'ER.
Come here, baby.
I know a few people may be staying around for that one. Missing is Elsa Grace Strauman, 16. This is also from Anchorage, Alaska. Know anything about? They asked her to call local police. She's missing 50 plus hours, and they're desperate to find her. And this is the thing: we want her home safe, please. They include the police report number, also human trafficking case number, and the missing and exported children's cases. So she might have ran away, but may have gotten messed up with something. That's what we talked about. We apologize for our little puppy. That's Gracie coughing in the background, and she has got a collapsed trachea that collapsing and heart failure. So that's why we're just not going to put her down until it becomes absolutely
Beach Bum,
last.
there are several
thing.
people missing from state parks and federal parks. As we were coming online, I was going through and reading some, and there are several. We'll report on them when we can.
Okay, this is the girl in the RV that is missing. This is just one, and I'll show you several. She is a disabled vet who appeared to travel in her camper with her dog. Friends have not heard from her since 11/24/22. She's last known at around the border of Texas and Oklahoma along old route or Route 66. And I'll cover more closer pictures than this and a little bit more about it. But here's the thing with, and we'll talk about this after we read this portion here. Dana, can you get that?
Okay.
Get it this way.
Hey everyone.
This was actually published by on a website, and Mary Anderson published this.
Hey everyone. I am one of the friends trying to locate Ree. To answer some questions, we are trying to figure out where exactly to file missing persons report because we aren't certain where she was last for sure, other than somewhere near the Texas-Oklahoma border near Route 66. We also were erring on the side of caution because she is a disabled vet who generally prefers solitude. It's not all that sudden. It is not all of a sudden that we're reaching out. We reached out to people following her on TikTok. Her account is private, so there were very few of us following her there, and those that were are at the retreat where we meet each other. We've been trying to find a way to figure out how to contact her sister, the only family we know she's in contact with, but we don't have a full name or any social handles. Seeing that this is the holidays, you have to pull it, my rib hurts. We are trying to find a way to figure out how to contact her sister. Seeing it's the holidays in the mix, we aren't certain she wouldn't have been around family. Not hearing anything from her on social or in response to our messages or calls since 11/24 or 25th made us more and more concerned. A couple of weeks of no contact we didn't figure was huge thing, but then because she's like more off the grid location were possibly questionable service, but the time goes closer to Christmas where concerns grew. I'm not sure what other questions to answer, but hopefully this helps. We really just want to make sure she's okay. Since meeting her contact, she has not gone silent for more than 5 days. I'm trying to answer your questions as much as I can.
The whole idea of a missing persons report is new and anxiety inducing. So please be gentle, Mary. Now I'm gonna tell you what we do.
How old is it? She does it say?
I want to say we'll get around there in just a second.
Okay. Somebody asked that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And has her family filed? We don't know.
We don't know. And let me go to this one thing here. It says, we have a nomad in the wind and her friends are worried. It's not like her to not check in or respond for this long. Last communications was 11/24, last known area, the border of Texas and Oklahoma, off Route 66. She might be heading towards Arizona with a potential stop in New Mexico. Name is Mariah. Maria, is that Mariah?
Mariah.
Both.
But she goes by Ree.
Goes by Ree or I.
And has a dog named Echo that never leaves her side.
She is a disabled vet, no family. If anyone recognizes her, please message me. Now I'm gonna show you here. This is her face up close.
She's not very
old. I don't know any particulars about if she's a vet. If she's a disabled vet, she's probably going to be in her 30s or 40s.
Really?
Well, you figure Tim is what?
Look at that forehead.
How old is Tim?
She ain't got no wrinkles. I bet she's in her late 20s or early 30s.
If she's a vet, Dana, if she got injured, disabled vet.
We still have men over there and women over there, baby.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not in combat. It's supposed to be in combat for the last 15 years or so, 10 to 15 years. But she might have got hurt without being
T.S.
combat.
Jackson said she would think she was in her 20s too. She doesn't have any wrinkles on her
No.
forehead.
This is what she's traveling in, and this is hold on one second. This is what they call a Class C motorhome. It could be a diesel, it could be gas, but it's what you call a Class C.
Looks like
That
gas.
that may be probably as much as 32 to 36 feet long. It's about that long, I would say. Judging from that picture, it's probably at least 30 something feet long. So that would be pretty easy to see that RV. And this is the dog, which I think more people. Well, wait a second. More people would recognize the dog, I think, than if the RV. If they saw her, a young woman with this dog, and they say here the dog never goes out of her sight, then you'd be more apt to remember her and the dog than really the RV.
Does the RV have solar on top?
We're
They
not
said she's
sure.
nomadic.
We're not sure. These about the all information I could gather was about this. Now, let me explain something to you. If she's going out towards Arizona, Arizona this month, actually around the 23rd, is when they have what they call the Big Tent event in Quartzsite, and this is where a lot of the they have what they call long-term areas and short-term. They have RV camps, but you can go out there and stay in the desert that doesn't have any hookups, doesn't have any water, any power, or any dump stations, but they have a lot nearby. And most people either run their generator or they use solar, and they call it boondocking. And this area, I'm going to show you some pictures in Arizona. The long-term area is $140 for, I think, 7 months and to stay there. And the other one is $40 for 2 weeks. Still very, very affordable, but it has very limited services, if not at all. I mean, you could go down and dump and fill up with water and all that. But this is just some of the people how they do. They camp out with their friends in the desert here. This is one of the long-term areas there. BLM is Bureau of Land Management, but they'll just park out in the desert and you can stay there as long. The weather is in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, so it's not like you have to run your air conditioner. And these pictures were taken during this some of these meetups I have, but you can see they parked all of their RVs in a big circle. It looks like some, and you can only really see it from the air. This is supposed to be around the time they had the big tent event. You can see this. A lot of RVs are parked out in the desert.
That's where
And
we were going.
we were going. Now,
before
this
we had
is the
our-
actual tent event. You can see the tent up to the left center of the photo. And that the city where these you camp out in the desert is normally about probably 30,000 people, but the desert is huge. It's like 25,000 acres. So you can park out there. And but when there's 10 events in town, they have over 1 million people there. And you can see it's just crowded. So you imagine if she is at that 10 event, if she's going to been camping out in the desert for what they call boondocking, um, and then plans on going there, it would be almost impossible to find her. But this is what they need to do. Actually, they need to go to these events and pass out flyers and get with some of these people. Maybe put a big board, like a like they did with Suzanne Morphew. They put a big thing up there to show people, and people the exposure. In other words, would be amazing. Now, I personally would not get all worried. I mean, I would be worried if it was my kid. Don't get me wrong, but I can tell you this, that her friends need to understand it. She is nomadic, and that, what I mean by that is if she's going out into the desert and she's camping, whether she has solar or not. If she has solar, that's great. We have solar. If she has a generator on that RV, she would have a generator. She can run her generator during the day some, and just if you're not having to run the air conditioner or anything, a lot of cooking, or she could cook on propane. But if you're not having to have your batteries be charged up a whole lot, then she could run her generator a few hours a day and still be perfectly fine. And she could camp out. They have these places called Bureau of Land Management all over New Mexico, all over Arizona, all over Utah. All the western states have them, a lot of them. So she could be anywhere out there in the western states at any of this, staying on BLM land, which is mostly free. The only thing they do around courtside is to control everything, but it's mostly free. You can go out there and stay anytime, and but a lot of them have restrictions. You can only stay like 14 days at a time, and you got to move. So you could actually move though within 3 or 4 miles of each other. But they need to, and I don't understand. I don't, where. I guess they could file a police. They need to get a police report filed if they think that there's something
Yeah.
bad happening, because if she stopped on the road, then it will bing up as a missing person, and they can at least talk to her and make sure that nobody's in there with her holding her hostage, or she's not gone some mental problems or anything. Now she could go over to a place that everybody probably needs to go and read about this place. It's called Slab City. Slab City's in California. It used to be a Air Force base, and they tore down all the buildings, so it's just all concrete slabs. But they call it the last free place in America because it's basically just people living out here, and they make all kinds of art and stuff, but they live here with no electricity, no water, no sewage. So let that sink in. They don't go and dump. They make makeshift houses out of everything in the world.
Martin says, "What is the phone signal out there?" And TS said, "Is the courtside site a little shady?"
Quartzsite is not. Quartzsite is, like I said, is a small city. They have pretty good internet out there. Um, they have a police department, sheriff's department out there at Quartzsite. It's a very small community. In the summertime, the it gets like 120 degrees, so it's not but about 3,000 people. But in the wintertime, it can be a lot more people there. Snowbirds and stuff would be there. This place I'm showing you here is kind of shady. It is Slab City, and you can see some of the wild art. They have a place as you go into Slab City called Salvation Mountain, and the guy that built it is dead now, but he just put he basically they it's a sandy covered hill that he used like gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of paint. They poured out on this mountain, and they made things out of rocks and other material, and they painted it. And it's kind of a famous place. You go online and look it up. It's called Salvation Mountain at Slab City. It's very unique. This is the some of the junk that you find at Slab City. They put this up there, and it shows the nomadic feeling of some of the people that live there. You'll see all the different signs, you know, that they have just out there. But this was the way that we were going from Gulf Shores over to Quartzsite, and this is similar to what she would have taken um, if she'd went across the country from Mobile around there. She would have taken out here, and the top blue line that comes across there about at the Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas border. So at least she's not going the bottom route, which would have taken her around the United States border, where it is a lot more dangerous than staying up around Texas and Oklahoma. But like we said, their friends need to get um, a report done, even if they have to file it in Texas or New Mexico or where was the last place she was seen, or maybe even where her mother lives, or maybe where she is from. Say they file a report in Atlanta, Georgia. Just say I don't know where she's from, but they file a report there, so the police would get a missing person welfare concern, where they would enter her tag number in the computer and with her RV, pictures of her RV, and then if she was stopped out for speeding or following too close or whatever, then they run her tag. It pops up missing person welfare concern. They go up to the RV and ask, "Are you okay?" Is because they filed this missing person welfare concern case, and then she could get out and say, "Oh, I'm fine. There's nobody in there but my dog." It could be checked out by law enforcement, and then they would notify her friends via maybe even a sheriff's deputy coming out to the house and saying, "Hey, everything's okay," and so that at least they can make them feel better.
Beach Bum wants to know, so it won't matter which state they file in?
I don't think so. The main thing is to get the police to put the tag number and her identification number and the any type of stuff in the computer, so that if she stopped out here in her motorhome, they can find out if she's okay or if she stopped walking down the road.
If she was on the Texas Oklahoma line, Route 66, that's not near Mexico, is it?
It's near New Mexico.
But it's not near.
No, and that's what I said. This, if you look right here, this is the trip line. The blue line was what we were going to take, or either one of those ones closer to the Mexican border, just to be out of the snow line. But about here where my pointer is, that's about it. I'm saying. So if he's following Route 66, I don't have that there. It runs from Chicago to right around LA, somewhere around at the pier down there, or maybe it's San Diego. But so that area there at Texas, Oklahoma is not too far off from the Route 66. So, you know, sure, it was concerning. If it was my daughter, I'd be very concerned. I would be probably out there looking for her. But she's a disabled vet, so sometimes it's like we've talked about many times before. Um, it's not against the law to go missing for yourself. It's not against the law to not contact your parents, not contact your friends. It's not against the law to disappear. Then you're moving this
I'm
and it's
sorry.
moving this.
I'm sorry, my legs are doing their thing.
It's not against the law to go missing in the United States, to try to make yourself missing, as long as you're not defrauding people or trying to create, if you know that when you're going to go and disappear off you're just going to leave your house tonight, throw your car keys down on the table and say adios and leave, knowing that people are going to come out and look for you, like the police and all this other stuff, that may be different. But if you just say, you need to walk out of the house and don't tell anybody, and you don't come home for a couple of days, and you still come home, then sure, when they find you,
What about that rapper?
Yeah, they said they did have a rapper missing for 3 or 4 days, and then he was found. But a lot of people think that that was a publicity type stunt because he was not in any danger. He just left and didn't tell anybody where he was going. Um, but like I was saying, if I tell Medina, hey, I'm gonna go up here to the store and get some milk. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes, and I don't come back, and I don't come back tomorrow. I don't come back, and she files a police report. Then that would be okay. If then I show up, then they'd be looking at me like I had some mental mental problems or anything. But if I throw the keys down on the, or if I just say, she goes to the bathroom and I disappear out the front door, then legally, it's up to me whether I tell anybody where I'm going or if I just
but it's in your best physical condition.
I know it's in my
you let me know where you're
right,
going, because you do have to sleep in bed next to me, and I got a great pillow.
But I'm simply saying, if say we had
I don't
a
think you can
kid
go
or
with
whatever, somebody decides they want to disappear off the map and not be found, or if this girl's got some, she's disabled vet, it says she's very nomadic, it says she likes to camp by herself, she may just be camping in the desert out there. There's a lot of places in the desert does not have phone service. You don't have any phone service
But
out there.
listen, share this with people on Facebook and everywhere,
Right.
because they don't know who her sister is to get in touch with her. And so
Right.
they don't know if she's, was at home for the holidays or not. This is just,
Well, a lot of people that have been in the RV, especially, and we RV full time, as y'all know, and maybe some of y'all on here don't know, we RV full time, and we have a YouTube channel, the 1 Million Mile Road Trip. But if hello Becky and Roy, and if you're out here RVing, what we do is we give our um,
kids,
our daughter, and even some of our friends, we give them our tracking. Let them track us on their phones. So if our kids want to know if we've made it somewhere, just like our daughter texts us.
That was the first time she's done that.
Yeah, but
she always called and said, "Where y'all at?" But she
texted us the other day.
"I'm glad to see y'all made it.
Glad to see you made it to Gulf Shores. We pulled into Gulf Shores." But we want them to know where we are, because if we don't show up or we don't go on the phone and call our daughter or our son in 3 or 4 or 5 days, they can look at and see where we are. If they can't get a hold of us on the phone, they can look, at least see where the last place our phone pinged at, and it gives them an idea where to start.
There have been times our son has called and said, "Where are y'all?" Because it looks like you're in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, because, and I don't know if you even with iPhone, when my son he still lives in Nashville, but when he first pulled up there or got there for the first year, he would come down a lot to see us, and in Tennessee or Gulf Shores, wherever we're living, and his car was not in the best in the world, so he would actually follow us online, or we'd follow him. And sometimes it looked like he was driving in the middle of the woods, but they're pretty well. They're pretty well.
Hey, Roy said, "We have found phone booths that are in the middle of the desert just for emergencies. Was really surprised the first time that we stumbled upon one."
Wow, I didn't know that, Roy. That's That's amazing. But I was just, I don't know if y'all were here before. We are going to put up this girl's picture, her dog's picture, and her RV's picture. I wish somebody, I
I
know
think they're
for,
in Arizona,
yeah,
aren't
I
they?
think they are.
Roy, are y'all at courtside?
Um, we hope somebody will get this out there, and maybe somebody out there will run into him. This is her Class C RV, and it's pretty noticeable. I mean, it's not the like an older white one. I mean, I can't see. Can you see the name of that
Roy and them are
RV?
there.
Okay, great. I wish we were. Uh, is that a, what is that? RC and Hawk?
I can't read that. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. That she may have put. Oh, it's a Red Hawk. A Red Hawk. I'm sorry. It's a Red Hawk. But the way I've said, I can't tell. It doesn't look like she has solar up on top, so she'd be using probably her generator. If
Roy, she's missing. Last known contact was at the Texas Oklahoma line on
but
Route 66, but that was
in
November.
November, but she's supposedly heading out to Arizona, and a lot, everybody when they're out in Arizona, they normally come to courtside just because of all the campers and the stay out there. This is her dog. If you see that dog with a young lady, they say she is inseparable from her dog.
And the dog's name is Echo, and
Echo, and he's got that light brown over his eye. Very noticeable to me. I mean, that would be a very noticeable dog. That would be. This is her picture. She wears glasses,
she is so
but
cute.
she looks like she's wearing some glasses over regular glasses to me.
Yeah, that does look.
It's
Well,
got.
it may not be. That may be the way the lens are made. That hurts.
It is.
Oh.
But anyway, she.
He said it does look like a solar panel on the left side of the awning.
Let me go back to that. Yeah, it could be. Could be. But anyway, she is believed to be out there in Arizona, or she was headed that way. In November, she was in Texas. Um, she could have went to around somewhere in New Mexico. They had the big balloon festival out there in the end of, I think it was October, but it could have been November. And then over to courtside. I showed pictures of courtside, and the amount of people down there. It would be difficult at best.
Yes, the RV's
to
missing too.
Yeah, the RV's missing. It'd be difficult at best to find her in all of that
At
courtside during the tent days. I showed them these the tent days, so you can see
That's a lot
that's
of
a
RV.
lot of RVs.
They go all the way back there,
Yeah.
don't they? Oh.
And most of that's camping, dry camping on BLM land. So, that's a lot of RVs. So, but same as, I mean, with that many people out there, I hope people will pick up on the story of her missing with her dog and run with it. As far
There's
as
600,000 people here now, and about 100,000 more on the way.
we were supposed to be there, we had plans to be there. The people that put our solar on top of our RV, solar energy systems,
They're there.
wanted us to come out and kind of show, be a semi spokesman for the good job that they did for us. However, medical
Doctor's appointments were just scheduled way out.
And some doctors you got to have a year in advance. So
he said they sold a record number of LTVA passes at 300,000 this year.
Wow.
Dang.
Well, the long term is $140. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, $140 for 6, 7 months or whatever. So if they sold, but I know on one particular, I read for one of the, they have two of these long-term places out there in Quartzsite, but several down in California and several other places in southern Arizona around Yuma and other places, that if you buy this long-term pass, you can stay a couple of months up there in the Quartzsite, and then if you get tired of that, you go down near Yuma, Arizona, a little bit closer to the border, but at the temperatures warmer.
I hope we can find this young lady and that
And
she is safe.
you know, but how many you say?
He said 300,000 were sold. They got 600,000 people there and another 100,000 on the
Wow.
way.
And a lot of people, and if she's really nomadic, she may have not went there because she may not want to endure the crowds. She may want to go out more in the desert than being around that many people. You know, it's really on how you depend on what you want to do. So we are, but that if you remember the couple that were missing, I think in Texas,
They were 15 miles from the
15 miles from the border down there. They were on the beach, that beach portion of Texas. I can't think of it right now. I had it right on my head. Port St. Joe, or not Port St. Joe, Port Arthur, Texas, I think it is, where you can camp on the beach. Where those people were kidnapped by guys, stole their trailer and killed them, buried them on the beach down there.
And the only way they were found is they buried them with their phones, and their phones pinged, and they found them.
Yeah. So, anything can happen. One, if you are single in an RV, or even if you're a couple, or you're a lot of people in an RV, we always have to be careful. I suggest you have a plan, have you need to have a plan of what you're going to do if bad things happen, or you're approached in the middle of the night, or whether or not you have a fifth wheel, a trailer, a class A, anything like that. Always have an exit plan. Always have some way to defend yourself. Either, I'll just say club, knife, wall spray, bear spray, gun, whatever you want.
I got a little bad about that. Whoops, about that long.
I don't want to get that close to him. So all I'm saying is,
you ain't gonna be able to get very far away in this RV.
If you do carry a firearm, be sure that you are licensed and you know how it is in the states that you're going to travel in, because not all states will agree with your license, or let you have a pistol. In California's one, and New Jersey's one, and there's a few others. And it does not matter that you're traveling in your RV. Your RV is not the same as a house. It's mobile, and they have a right to search it if they have probable cause, and that might be anything from a drug dog alerting on your vehicle, or them, if they really believe you have a weapon in there, or weapons, to get a search warrant for it. So we can go into all that later on. I'll be glad to talk to you about it if that interests you. But we do appreciate y'all coming out tonight and sharing that. And before we go, I do want to again show her picture and RV, and if you can, and her name again right here. Does it say their name here? Yeah, Mariah. It doesn't say her last name. That's what I've noticed can you go look online real quick and see if it did show up? Maybe during this article it did. I don't remember it showing up.
There's a book called Mariah is Missing.
I don't think they had time to write a book.
I don't either. There's a 13-year-old girl and a 7-year-old girl. Let's see.
But this is the RV again. Missing disabled vet. Put that in there. See if it came up.
Missing veteran right here. TikTok search. Okay. Hold
Okay.
on.
See if there's the name, the full name.
It's running. Okay, I wanted to say thank you for asking about my health. I am getting better. I got another steroid shot yesterday and a antibiotic shot, which I've never had before, and woo, it was hard. Everyone and their dogs are reading Mariah's Missing. Well, no, that's TikTok. I don't think so.
Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it here too.
Well, it said veteran Mariah. How many Mariahs can there be that are veterans missing? I don't know. Anyway, my doctor's having me go see a head doctor to see what's wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think I just need to slow down. I can't. Come on. All right, there it is. She's been shared in all the courtside groups too. Thank you so much, Roy.
Great.
Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's not the same.
We appreciate each and every one of you being here. Yeah. I saw where I think it was TS said they can't. Yeah. Well, they can't blame me falling on my pain meds because they won't give me anything. I know, y'all. If we had been in an RV camp when I first fell back about 4 weeks ago, whenever it was, honest to goodness, if we had been in an RV camp, getting in and out of bed, I was screaming, and I mean to the top of my lungs, screaming. It hurt so bad because I would get turned a certain way and it would catch in there and I couldn't breathe and I was screaming. And I told Tommy, I said, I'm going to tell you something. If we were in an RV camp, they'd be calling the police on you every night.
I can't find it on here. If I find it, the name and her full name and everything, I will, any more about it, I'll put it on our community page. But just find or maybe they'll share it in there. The thing is, you see so many RVs on the road. We driving down here. I don't drive 60. I don't drive any faster than 60 miles an hour. And that's because that gives me maximum amount of fuel, miles per gallon. I don't mind telling you, I get about 9 miles to the gallon. But that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot for 40-something thousand pounds going down the road. So, but I drive 60 miles an hour. Trucks pass me, everybody pass me, but that's all I drive. But I look at a lot of RVs that come down the road, lots and lots of them. So maybe we'll get lucky. Somebody will see her and maybe talk to her and say, hey, everything okay? And, we heard about you on this, or we want to make sure that you're okay and get it out there.
Not to toot our horn at all. I'm not saying that, but the night that we reported, it was a Monday night that we reported on Gabby Petito. The news channels had not picked her up yet. The next day, and it wasn't because of us, I'm sure, she was on news channels, but she wasn't on any of the YouTuber channels. And the next day she hit ABC News, I think it was first. And then the story blew up. So it would be nice if they don't hear from her that this story would get shared enough that it would blow up, and maybe we would be able to find her.
I'm not
I
spelling.
hope there are plenty of sellers. Roy said they got a 1982 that they drive still like it's 1982. Hey, that was some good music back in 1982. I miss real music. I miss music. My son does a good job on his music. Y'all go over and watch our latest video on 1 Million Mile Road Trip. I think Tommy put 4 or 5 of his songs. It's just us driving down the road.
Yeah,
but listen to his songs.
There is about 5 or 6 of his songs on there, and that he wrote. I'm trying to find an article or anything.
There's nothing on it. I don't think there's anything
that I've
out
seen
there.
out there at all. There's a lot of stuff from. No, I don't know yet. Maybe we'll find it. But yeah, a lot of his songs are out there on that. It's about a 38-minute video. And if you just put it on and let it run on your computer while you're in the house and hear his songs, that's a good way to help us to build some time.
TikTok has it on here. And I think somebody said they posted it on TikTok. They're not giving her last name, last communication. That's all they're doing. No comments yet.
Missing no
Somebody
man.
did a really good.
Wait, what does that say? Stop it when it goes over. Can you put your finger on it? Stop it and see. If the
missing nomad.
There, right there.
Mariah and her dog Echo last communicated. It's the same thing. May have been headed west towards Arizona with a potential stop in New Mexico. So they may end up at courtside.
Yeah, it may be. I mean, but if she doesn't like to be around crowds, but if it depends on how she is, that big rock show they have right after the tent show is something that attracts all different types of people too. It's got quartz and all of the different items on there. But anyway, we appreciate y'all.
Hold on. She wanted me to post that on our channel here.
What?
Where she posted it on TikTok. Dadgummit. It didn't come up like that, Tom. Let's see. Mariah and Echo missing. That's what it's under. Mariah and Echo missing.
Well, look and see.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can't post it. Copy the link. Okay, I think I got it. I'll tell you in just a minute, or you can tell me. All right, here you go. Paste. See if that does it.
What?
I think that did.
Yeah.
I think that got it. Beach bum.
In the comments?
Yeah, I posted in our comments. Have you ever been to Slab City, Roy?
I really don't have. I wouldn't mind driving through there in my Jeep, but I
could get the heck out of there.
I really don't have any desire to stay there.
No, I don't either.
I
don't think I do.
I've stayed in some crazy places in law enforcement. I don't think I would like to see that. I might want to see Salvation Mountain just to see it. But
y'all, I want you to know something, and y'all pray for me and keep me in your prayers. I am on working on day 6 now of a juice fast, and all I've had is juice and water and 1 cup of coffee every morning.
Hey, can you airdrop that thing to me, the TikTok thing to me? They said it didn't show up in the chat.
It doesn't show. It's right there.
Huh?
It's right there, but it won't click. It won't do anything when I click on it.
Can you airdrop it to me and see if
Okay.
I can get it?
All right, let's see. Copy. Okay, stop. Move that. Okay, ready? I can't usually airdrop something to you these days. I don't know what's going on. No people found. You ain't found. You're not here.
I guess so.
I copied the link and it posted. It won't take them there, I guess.
Okay, I guess so. But anyway,
y'all don't see that in the chat. It's right. It's at 7:59. TikTok.com. I don't know. Put it in the community tab. Okay.
Okay. I'll try to do that when I get off here. I can't do it right now. I'll wait till we get off here and then I'll try to let her send it to me, or if I can. I don't know how that works though.
Beach Bum, my doctor loves it when we do juice fasting. She loves me to tell people about it, and my cholesterol's up, and she knew I wasn't juicing, and she told me I needed to lose about 30 pounds. I'm going to do the juice fast for 21 days, and then I will continue to drink juice every day.
Ask me if I'm doing the juice fast.
He won't do it. We cheated last time, and it didn't work for him, and he won't do it.
Well, I'm doing what they call dirty keto.
It says, I love Salvation Mountain to burn some night. I look for Salvation Mountain to burn some night. They're burning everything in sight there.
Oh, wow. I'm doing what they call dirty keto. It means that
he cheats.
No, I do keto, but like tonight I had salmon for supper.
Grilled salmon
and
sweet potato cubes.
All right. Under keto, sweet potato cubes.
Tia says she's doing a fast food fast.
Yeah. Under keto, sweet potato cubes are not allowed, but under dirty keto, they are. Dirty keto means that you're not doing, like last time when I lost all that weight, I restricted myself to 20 carbs a day. This time I'm restricting myself to about 50 a day. Now, it'll just take longer to lose weight, but I'm not going to eat sugar, no more sugar, no sodas or Cokes or any type of stuff like that. Diet Coke I can have, but and I can have diet root beers, what I love to drink, but no other stuff. I will drink coffee. Caffeine's okay, but just no sugar at all. And getting off of sugar, whoo, it's tough.
But ladies, if you want your energy level to go up and you want to feel like you're 25 again, I would suggest doing a 21-day juice fast. And if any of you want, you can go back and look at some of our YouTube channel links. The one for Medina's Kitchen, there's some juicing on there to show you how to juice fast.
But if you want to see, like I said, I'll tell you right now, I weighed today and yesterday I weighed 266 pounds. My goal is to be at 230 by the end of the summer. If I can lose down to 200 by the end of the year, I hope I can maybe even get down to 200 by the end of the summer. We'll see.
Hey, Beach Bum, you ought to try getting if there's a juice place around there, get a grapefruit. Do you like spicy? I drink a grapefruit, an orange, and a jalapeno in the mornings. And that is
I wanted to know too,
caffeine booster.
Now that we're talking about something else, has anybody tried the Go Low diet? And has anybody tried the Go Low pills?
Hey,
my doctor said I could do it.
Roy said, come to Arizona. You'll lose weight. We did. I hope you're being serious because we are coming to Arizona next year. I wish we could have been there to see y'all,
Yeah, we wish we would have been able to make it this year.
but we
Just
don't get our
wouldn't.
last doctor's appointment's January 31st, and
No,
then
it's not. It's February
February,
now.
yeah, February
About the
3rd.
3rd or the 4th. So, and we got to be back in North Alabama the end of March for she guaranteed somebody she'd help them out on something. So
I'm babysitting for my cousin. She
yeah.
called 6 months ago and asked me, and I said yes.
All righty.
Mr. Timmy Ray the King. Hey, everybody. Good evening. I'm new to the channel, and my name is Timmy. I have a brother named Timmy.
Well, it's good to meet you, Timmy. Welcome. We hope you will subscribe to our channel.
And check us out on the 1 Million Mile Road Trip.
Right. Check us out on the 1 Million Mile Road Trip. We have a RV channel over there. We normally post about 2 times a week, but we're trying to continue that 2 times a week.
Oh, Timmy met Roy and Becky in person. We haven't met them in person yet.
And this is our channel over there, the 1 Million Mile Road Trip. And we do appreciate if you would go over and subscribe and go over and watch that last video, the whole video, if you would. If you just have to just put it on your table, start it, and just listen to the music. It's just us driving, but really helps our watch hours. That's the thing.
If any of y'all want to go to our channel and put our videos and just run them while you're asleep or something, have the music, have the
it helps our watch
down. It helps our watch time. We're
our
trying
watch
to get our
time
watch times up.
is our we cannot monetize or they're running our channel right now and we're not getting anything from it because you gotta have 4,000 hours of watch time and we've got like 1,540 or something. It's way down there low. All right, well, we're gonna go.
She's even off her diabetic meds now.
What? From doing what?
From weight loss. Becky.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is really tremendous. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We hope that
what's your channel, Timmy? Or I guess I should call you the King.
Yeah, if you go ahead and put your channel down, and a lot of people go out over and
a lot of our people will go over and subscribe and check you out.
Check you out.
And if y'all haven't gone to Roy and Becky's, you need to.
Yeah, and
they're on every day.
Roy, Becky, I don't see how you do it being on every single day.
Well, they're on live.
Yeah, but still, no, because we always got something going on. It seems like. Don't yank my hair out.
Well, it was in the eyeball.
But go over and check them out, and we will.
Good night, Gail. Thank you for all the comments.
Yes, thank y'all. And listen, if you go over and check out our channel and make a comment after our videos, we love it. And we never
we try to respond to all of them.
And we never get tired of it. No. Never, ever, ever get tired of it.
Some of y'all crack us up.
Yeah. Only thing is, sometimes the video will kick the channel over to be reviewed if you put a word in there they don't like. So just make sure that your words are
Timmy, are you going to put your channel up here? We like to help out other RVers. I mean, other
that come over. We don't click for click, but you know, people go over and
Sleuth
support.
Mom, you just got here, so we're fixing to leave.
Yeah, we've got to get, but
we got puppies that need to go up the hill to go potty.
Yeah. All right. Well, God bless y'all, and we love you, and we hope we'll see you next time. And
please get the word out about RV'ER. Let's just put it out there for everyone, and hopefully she will be found.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.